Hey everyone, so welcome to my next army showcase video. Now, for those who have been around the channel for a while, or any of the new people, which by the way, hi new people, I got a few new subs with the last couple videos, you will know that I have a Necron army as well. Previously, I had them painted up as the Novak Dynasty. However, while I do love Novak, they are my favorite of the established dynasties. I always kind of wished I made my own homebrew dynasty. And so eventually, one day I just made that decision to pull the trigger and repaint all my Necrons. Unlike my Space Marines, with this new one, this is the old army. I just repainted it. I didn't sell it off. But yeah, so this is the Varkaan Dynasty. My homebrew Necron Dynasty. And it has something in its scheme that I think is very unique. I'm actually quite proud of it. And some I came up with on my own. I haven't seen anyone else do it. But yeah, so let's get into it. This is 1,710 points before enhancements. I do have about, I think it's around 800 more points that I need to paint up in the new scheme. But yeah, without further ado, let's zoom in. So, here we have the Pharaon of my dynasty. Kaisef the Starbreaker. Now, Kaisef is, as you can see, Imhotep's model. And now, as you can see what I did with the color scheme. See if I can get it to focus on him. Yeah, let's see. Come on. There we go. These half stripes on his armor. So, his armor is obviously black. I wanted to do an army with black armor, but I was trying to think, how am I going to highlight it, make it stand out? And originally I was going to do a light dry brush with red on the edges to give it that kind of black-red look. But I was painting up, let me just grab him. I was painting up this guy. This was the first guy in the new scheme completed. And I thought, what if I just did those little stripes at the top? And so on a whim, I tried it, showed it around to people, and people loved it, and I just kind of fell in love with it. And I already had some other stuff painted, so I went back and repainted stuff, or added the half stripes to stuff. I don't exactly know what it means in their dynasty. A lot of people ask me that, if the stripes mean anything, and I don't know. I'm going to keep showing off the Pharaon here, because I really love this model. I got a lot of people ask me how I did the cloak. How I did his cloak is I started basing it in black. It's basically slap-chopped, except with metallics. I start with black, and then I dry brushed it with Vallejo Games gunmetal. And then I did another dry brush of, I think I used Citadel's Stormhost Silver, a much lighter dry brush. And then I went over it with Flesh Terror's red contrast paint. And God, it's so fucking good. I love how it came out. But yeah. So, this is the Pharaon of the Dynasty. The whole thing with him is that he was originally 6th in line to the throne of his dynasty. And having basically given up any hope of ruling, he ended up becoming a cryptech, specifically a plasmancer. He was in training to be a plasmancer when his family was assassinated. His father on the throne his 4 brothers, and his sister. All of which who were older. And it was revealed that it was basically his father's advisor who had killed him, hoping to gain the throne, because normally those who become cryptecs have to forego the throne. Well, he didn't care. When he found out who killed them, he showed up, killed their assassins, and took the throne for himself. So he is trained as a plasmancer. But he rules as the Pharaon. But yeah, so that's a little story about him. Time to get on to the rest of the army. Right here in the center, we have an Overlord with Hyperphase Blade and Tachyon Arrow. This is the one that came in the Indomitus box. We have 5 Lich Guard with the sword and board. I have planned to make 5 more and make like one special one that like it'll be the leader of the 10, and they'll have sword and board, but he will. They have one sculpt in the Lich Guard box with the war scythe being held in one hand, so I'll have him with the war scythe and a shield, and it'll be like he's the leader of the Lich Guard. And you'll notice again, everyone has these red stripes, show one off on the shield. I feel like it contrasts really well. To do the green, I did not do anything special. I base coated it in white, and then I did a coat of Tesseract, Tesseract Glow, Citadel's effect paint. A Royal Warden, again, the Indomitus sculpt. Ooh, lost him for a second there. I so far have 20 warriors painted, all with the Gauss Reapers. I have a Scorpec Lord. I really love this fucking model. 3 Scorpec Destroyers. I have 3 more I need to paint up. 3 Locust Heavy Destroyers with the, I believe that's the Gauss Destructor. I think that's what the weapon's called. The big fucking tank one. I love that gun. We have 4 Cryptecs. A Technomancer. Oh, sorry, left to right, we got a Chronomancer, a Technomancer, Plasmancer, Psychomancer. 3 Canoptic Wraiths. A 3-man squad of Canoptic... A 3-man Canoptic Scarab Swarm squad. 3 Canoptic Doomstalkers. These are my favorite Necron models, the Canoptic Doomstalkers. And to show off how I did the pattern on these guys. Now, across all similar models, their pattern is the same. So they all have the 3 notches at the top, the 2 at the front, 2 at the back. And they also have 8 notches on each leg on each side. Yeah, this scheme was a lot of fun to make. It's very simple, but it looks very unique. And then finally, I have 1 Canoptic Reanimator. Because again, the Indomitus box. But yeah, so for the army coming up, I have a bunch. I have 3 Ophidian Destroyers. I have 3 Canoptic... 3 fucking Scorpec Destroyers. Jesus. Another Royal Warden. I have the Murder Buckets, which are the Crypto Thralls. I have another 10 Warriors. I have 6 more Scarab Swarms. I have 3 Tomb Blades. And I think that's all I have for now. All of which have got to get painted up in this black with red stripes. It is a lot of fun to paint these guys up. It's very easy too, very quick. So, unlike my Space Marines, I will not be doing a tutorial on these bases, because these bases are painfully easy. It's literally just Vallejo texture paint, desert sand, and then a thinned down Agrax Earthshade wash. And that's it. And then I do the bases in Steel Legion Drab. This is not a complicated scheme for the bases. So, I will say, to do Kaisef, to get these little rising plasma bolts here, I believe, that's bits of a paper clip that I cut and bent up, primed and painted, and stuck it in a rock. Those are cork tiles, I believe? Can't remember what I use. I think those are the cork tiles. And yeah, I just painted them up, make it look like he's summoning up plasma bolts. But yeah. So, I'll have another video coming up in a couple days. It'll be a general hobby vlog showing things I've done since my Space Marine Army showcase. And also just little bits of other things I have done that I'm working on and upcoming projects. But yeah, so that's all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.